Damn, happy Thursday, guys. Who joined the live trading yesterday? Nice short that played out beautifully. I now want to give you guys the next trading setups. We're starting to catch some rhythm just to show you guys. Yesterday we had some good trades, got a 20% growth in yesterday's stream over here, which was good. And I think the important thing now is there's short-term money to be made, okay? But there is a big move brewing, right? And we need to catch the big move. So we need to use the small moves to set us up, build accounts as much as possible. But there's a big move incoming, and we have to keep that in the back of our head, and we need to know what are the trigger points for when that happens. So I want to speak about alts that are showing strength right now and the next big trades. Not only did we manage to catch this nice trade over here, I do want to show you guys here on the funded accounts, just to show you guys, just load up here so I can share my email. I know how this game works. To show you guys that we're also really starting to get some progress with the funded accounts, right? Well, we got the funded accounts and we have the demo accounts as well. So I just want to show you guys, remember, you got to pass one level, and then from that level, you get to unlock a crazy amount. So just to show you, I have 2 challenges in progress right now. And as you can see, we're starting to get some breathing room. So now the profits are starting to pile in. We're out of any kind of redness, which means we can slowly start upping the dial. We're only 2 days in on this specific challenge over here. And the $50,000 is also getting there, nice in profits. Now, I have a major announcement for those who watched the show yesterday. I'm doing something that I think is going to be one of the most powerful events this year. And I think it's going to be a game changer when it comes to your personal trading strategy. Biggest lessons I've learned is putting too much money in the game, right? And the best lessons I've learned is having money in the game to make a lot of money in crypto, right? That's the big thing. But ultimately, when markets get tough, end up giving too much money back. When markets get bullish, we know we are the best in bull and best when markets move up. We know how to make a ton of money, right? It's the protecting side. So funded trading has become one of my most powerful tools that I'm going to use this year. It's teaching me that I need to just use 1% of my capital to trade the size that I'm looking for, right? So what I'm doing is I'm running a private event. I have a live event that is going to be on Monday, right, which is the 23rd of Feb. That event is going to be the start of 10 days together, right, where we are going to attempt to pass a $500 funded trading account. Now, this $500, just to show you guys here, right, what we're looking for is to unlock $50,000 of trading capital with using $500. Right, this is without leverage. If you leverage, you can get up to $250,000 off of your $500. That's crazy. Now, in order to do that, you've got to get through one step. Right, we're choosing the one-step method, and this is where I want to play part with you guys. This is where, firstly, the 3 days of the starting of the challenge, the live event is going to show you everything, but the 3 days is to prepare you, to teach you a basic few things. And it's not a lot, right? It's just to know the core fundamentals of executing, knowing how to build positions, knowing how to follow, be in the groups, be in the lives, just to explain everything and get you prepped. Then it's 7 days of trading together live in a private group. Not a crazy amount of us. There are 300 spots available only. We are filling up fast. To give you guys a bit of an idea, we're over 1,000 signups already, right? So you want this now, you need to book your spot ASAP. But let me show you here what we are doing. This is this over here. This account, $400 account, right? You can trade at $50,000, okay? There's also something really cool. We got a buy one, get one free, only for the challenge though, right? So what you want to do is you want to go to the link below in the description as to get your spot booked for the live event. Just get to the live event, and from there, we will show you everything. Show you the plan, show you the goal. But the key here is to unlock powerful tools before this market wakes up again. It's not about if, it's when is this market going to wake up again. We've been here before. We've had doubts before. We've had this, oh, everything's going to zero, everything's crap, right? And then boom, most shiniest thing in the world, right? This is the time to do so. So in the link below, join this live event. I am putting my heart and soul into educating you guys and showing you the tools that I believe I wish I had the last 2 cycles. I really, really, really do. But it's time now to plug this hole of leakage of risk when things go against us. And this for me is one of the most powerful things. So make sure you are there. Amazing. Then second thing, I have a live trading happening later today on the Sniper Trading channel. Go subscribe. That's where we're going to do more trades from what we did yesterday. So I haven't taken any more on the Gravity account or on the BTCC account. Okay, I'm also going to be trading the Gravity account as well. I haven't done anything more. We will continue that on the live event. So make sure you are joining that. Okay, now let's go through where the market's at. We're seeing a little bit of a bullish spark in the market. So yesterday, just want to show you guys quick updates. This was the short we took, and well done on getting out. We got out a little bit early. We got out over here. Price went down here. Who cares? We made money, right? It reversed after, so we would have given all that money back anyway. So we made some money. We got some progress. Market then bounced, which we wanted to see. So if we now look at where Bitcoin is at pattern-wise, it's in this pattern over here. Okay, we're not yet outside of the wedge. When we get outside the wedge, the big move is brewing. Now, again, the big move looks something like this. And it's not about bull markets now. It's about bull legs and bear legs, right? And what's the opportunity to do so? So again, once we're out of that wedge that's in play in this area over here, you can see we're starting to wick. We're starting to get some buying interest. Things always slow down before they speed up. But we are looking for a pop for Bitcoin anyway up to $80,000. Even up to $85,000, $86,000. That is coming, right? And that will come once we exit this phase over here. Yes, it's playing around. It can wick a bit, okay? But I do think in the next week or two, we're going to start progressing to the upside and at least have 2-3 weeks of bullishness. Then we'll look at the bear options from there. But this is where we need to focus, where the money is needed to be made. If you look at extreme fear, if you look at emotions in the markets, extremely, extremely, extremely fearful. Right? Which means we need to be optimistic that at any point now, a little bit of greed is going to come back into the market. A little bit of green is going to come back into the market. A little bit of strength is going to come back into the market and catch many off of guard and ultimately possibly trap them for buying late yet again. So the move we're looking at that on Bitcoin, the move we're looking on alts is like this. We're not thinking up here. We're thinking here, right? This is 30, 40% away. There's a lot specifically with us unlocking these new tools that we are busy with. This is a lot. This can be a game changer. This could be a start to something incredible. Okay, so again, high time frame, we are preparing for that move. This is why we are doing this and we are tracking in. Bitcoin's in this wedge. Now, there are 2 plays for today, and I'm going to show you guys where I see the 2 trading opportunities. I don't see a trade right now. I see a trade probably in the next 4 to 6 hours, and that's the one I'm going to be executing both of my funded accounts and my BTCC account as well. I'm going to be launching on the next trade. So the next 2 trades that I'm seeing is Bitcoin is now at resistance. The bounce is really good, right? We are not at that breakout of the wedge yet. Once we break out the wedge, that's when I'm getting ready for the 80,000. So the 2 trades is we keep trading the wedge. Now there's 2 areas of the wedge, top and bottom. Where we at right now is in the middle. We don't want to, let's rather go to casino today and go red or black, right? If we're going to just decide to trade right here, right now. So what you do is you wait for the opportunity where you get a trader's entry and not a gambler's entry, right? And a trader's entry, if you look at right now, where if you enter this, where are you going to put your stop loss? Here? Okay, how much money are you going to make? Here? Yeah, let's go to casino. We get a free drink. You know, it'll be a little bit more of a vibe, right? That is like 50-50. Maybe let's short the market here, right? Let's go through shorting the market. Okay, so we're going to put a stop loss. Right? Yes, you can argue you can put one there. Okay, maybe. Okay, but for me, ultimately, if you're playing the bigger range, it looks something like that. So again, that is gambler's mentality, and that is not trader's mentality. So what I'm looking at is I'm waiting for 2 moves. Right? Again, sometimes let the market move and rather give the next obvious trade. So the first one is we're bullish. We push up to 69,000. I do see a rejection. Okay. From that rejection, well, there's 2 plays there. Let's go through them. So let's remove this one, put it down over here. We'll speak about that one in a sec, right? If we look at this over here, the first play is we go up, we reject, come down, higher low, push up. Why am I saying that? It's just because there's still space in this wedge, right? There's still space for the market to just slowly move down the volatility, right? This is still great volatility for us as traders, but ultimately, that's what it's going to do. Narrow down, narrow down, narrow down, and then pop, right? Next big move starts to play. So it's very likely if we get up over here, there's a push down. Now, as you can see, I am busy tracking that up, I'm putting this beautiful trend line up. And it does mean that this will be hours later, might even be tomorrow morning for the short. Okay, there might be an opportunity later today where we come here and there's actually the long opportunity. Okay, nonetheless, for me, the obvious trade to really nail, if I'm going to do short-term trades here, it's with 5% of my trading capital to make some extra cash on the side, no problem. But here's the big trade for me when it comes to the short, right? Let it go, let it settle. And from there, get ready for that short back down and then get ready for the long to the upside. Now, the next part of the bullish play, because I'm going to give you two scenarios in each play, bullish and the bearish scenario, is we break through and we get ready to go to 80K. Something like that would look like a push up, this go, right? Which means that this ultimately will be the big opportunity for us over here. If we start doing that and break through, we will be catching longs in between that too. So again, pay attention to the live trades, right? That is where we're going to be trading these shorter term moves as we get to these critical areas. So those are the two plays on the bullishness. When we look at bearishness, let's get back our bear view here. Okay, it looks like this. Bear into big bull, right? So from here, we then make our way down to two areas. The first one is we come back down to 66,700. Again, this trend line will give me an idea for the short. So this is the trade that I'm saying that can be available in a few hours, is we drop the thing and we lose this. Boom, short. Short it down over here. Then TP, like we did yesterday. And we start getting ready for the longs. Two big bouncer areas, 66,700, 800. Next one is 66,000, right? We'll track that down. When we see the strength, we will catch the long. So again, there's a short incoming here. If we don't pass this, there's the short, or it's going to be up here. But on this bearish play like this, super bearish is this, right? Which means if we catch the short here, we'll put a trend, we might hold it. Could have held the short a little bit longer yesterday. So I'm working on ways that, okay, how can we TP 50%, hold the rest, all these different little tools as we start to go. Nonetheless, obvious trading is the #1 rule in the set that we should be focusing right now. Obvious trades, right? Which means wait for hot, sexy zones, and that is where you counter and where you look. When it comes to the altcoins, this is where alts are at. Alts are dead into resistance right now. There's resistance here, there's resistance here, there's resistance here. Okay, so again, I ain't gonna chase this. I'm gonna definitely ain't gonna go long now. And I'm not going to go short either, because if we are going bullish, let it go bull. Okay, give me the opportunity. The big areas that I am seeing, though, is I'm seeing a very big gap here, right? A short squeeze on the alts. Very nice short-term trade incoming in this area here. The arrow to the upside, right? Is this big gap here? You can see it through this low and these highs up over here, which means when we're ready and we get into this, we should free flow all the way up over here. So that's nice. Right, that's a nice big opportunity we've got to pay attention to. So the two plays when it comes to altcoins, for me, right, is we push up, tag a little bit of high resistance and something like that for the bull. Okay, which means probably if we smash through here, I won't short this. I'll look for the long. We'll see. Okay, how do I track it up? Put in this beautiful trend at the bottom. We are still hours away from the short. So I'm not going to rush the short at all. Right, we'll look and see if there's some flags for some longs later on the live trading. But nonetheless, there we go. Okay, the play that I'm looking for is this. That's the play I'm looking for. Okay, so again, we'll see if there's opportunities. Remember to follow me on Instagram. If I'm taking any extra trades, I will be updating over there. Okay, for some extra trades. But this for me is the one that I really want to catch. If we go into this, we're at resistance now, we're going to drop. That for me is a great trade up over here. Okay, and if we look at the risk to reward on that, if I buy now, guys, I can literally in an hour meet you at the casino. We're going to do this, like let's go. Like let's go vibe, right? Or we wait for that. Right? That is now being a trader. Right? That's the strength of trading. Me and Adam over here, Adam's been joining me on a journey of starting to trade. And the big thing is probably 8 days of small losses. A lot of the trades we entered had wins in the beginning, but they lost. We got one nice win yesterday on the account. We're still in the demo to pass, okay? But ultimately, really just overpowered all those losses, right? So right now, one win is worth 8 losses. Not even, right? If you work it out, it's quite crazy. So again, that just comes down to the power of the risk to reward tool. Okay, so again, if this is total 3, we now drag this into altcoins and look at the opportunities. ETH, middle of nowhere right now, right? There's a wedge in play here. There's the top trend, right? There is the bottom trend. Okay, top trend is where I look for shorts, bottom trend is where I look for longs. So again, 2 plays here. Boom, boom, boom. Possibly the big move we're waiting for, right? Or push, drop, go. Or for the bears out there, right? These are the plays. These are the things to play in. So again, for me, 1950 for ETH. As it goes down, simple tools we track. That's the area we want to bounce. And this is the shorting areas here. So right now we're in the middle, but do not miss these. Do not pay attention to charts today. Like, make sure trades work on planning, right? Planning, super, super, super important. Here's a couple of alts that are showing some strength. 𝗬𝗂𝗏 looking strong, moving up. Again, we now go to these charts here. And we go look at what are we preparing for. 𝗬𝗏's getting ready for a push to $2 at some point. Guys, it's a 100% move, right? It's a big move. There's even a smaller move we can pay attention to here, which is a push over here. That is like a 50% move. This, with the tools that we are learning with trading, can absolutely blow up your accounts, right? Pre-jumping and not getting ready for that can also blow up your accounts the other way. We need to focus on blowing it up in the right way, right? Which means wait for the obvious trade. So going back here, right now, no real longs. That's going, right? Look at that. Absolute strong reversal. If we get here, you see what I see, right? Or okay, so again, right now, for me, the only play here I've really paid attention is the short. I'm not going to short it here. I'm going to wait for the trend to break to short it. There's opportunity, right? Just to show you percentages of what that looks like. 3-4% with the tools we're using, very powerful. Right, here's Sol. Sol is showing some strength right in resistance right now. There's 2 plays here. Boom. Okay, or to the upside. You want to get an idea of what are we fighting entries for here? Yet again, go to the weekly time frame. Go have a look. Right, we are still getting ready for an opportunity to get sold at these zones, which gets me to the next point on the high time frame. Right, don't be afraid of grid bots. They are very powerful. Just focus on not over leveraging them and putting stop losses. Other than that, they do a lot of work for you. So this entire range here, from here to $55 on Sol, the grid bot can be buying and selling and buying and selling. And when it pushes up here, all those buyers will be selling. So again, I want to remind you that there's bots. We are running our bots portfolio as we speak over here. I got Sol, I got AVAX, I got Hype, I got 𝗬𝗏, ETH, Bitcoin, right? Buying the best in the market, in my opinion. Okay, and the bots are going. If you want to be part of those bots or see those bots, right, you can go below in the description. You can see each individual bot, right? You can even copy the settings on your own account. Your cash in your accounts, yours done, but you can copy the same settings as my bots, right? You can only do that by signing up with this over here, okay? And we do have bonuses by using the link over there as well, okay? So again, bots, high time frame, conservative. You don't even have to put leverage. It's a powerful tool, right? Powerful tool to accumulate on the high time frames. As we go down, a couple of good bounces is AVAX. You can just see the strength, right? It's actually quite crazy because I went into the Bitcoin dominance and the Bitcoin dominance looking strong, right? So not only is it alts that are looking nice, like Bitcoin's looking really good too, right? So there's strength here within Bitcoin as well. So don't be afraid to also just trade Bitcoin, right? This is a sign that it can also be really good trades. So again, those are the 2 trades that I'm paying attention to on Bitcoin, is the longs down here or the shorts up in this area over here. Okay, amazing. I actually saw a little bit earlier. So let's see where they are. Why are all of these things here? We need to make this. Okay, let's see. Let's see if there's any massive movers here. Oh, Jito is waking up. Nice move from the Sol ecosystem over there. I want to see Zcash. I do want to see Okay, Zcash is still playing a big bull flag. When we get there, this will be some big opportunities in the future. So again, best trade setups for me right now is a 𝗬𝗏 short a little bit later on, only if we break the trend, right? There's longs and shorts to be played on ETH and Solana, okay? AVAX as well. Those are probably the top coins for me right now to pay attention to. On high time frame, all the blue chips are massive special, and I will definitely do whatever I can to accumulate to these areas, prepare for another 50% down, if that's what the market wants to do at any point, but also know the market's going to reverse at any point, and your risk rewards are looking incredible. Then a few things just to clarify, right? I have a massive live event that is happening on Monday. Get there. If you want to grow $500, okay, and you want me to be next to you on the journey to unlock a trading account, this is the challenge for you. Just show up at the live event and everything from there will be solved and show you everything how it's going to work. Link below in the description. If you want to book your slot right now, buy a $500 package and get verified, right? That's how you get in. You will get a second package for free, which is amazing. We're going to use one of them, and after the challenge, you're going to be left with another one too. And our goal is to pass the one, okay? But then you also got the other one in the background, right? So it's already double the value you're getting over there. The next thing is make sure for the sniper trading, for the live trading, you're on that channel, your notifications are on, and you're ready for the lives at any point. I'm only going to go live when I see the obvious trade. I want to win. I want to win. I want to have a badass, great trading streak, right? The third one is follow me on Insta and pay attention to any trades I'm taking outside of the shows. I've also spoken about bots. If you want bots, here in the description for the bots. Then again, if you want later, BTC.D, you can open up an exchange account. I'm gonna attempt to trade some stocks later, which is gonna be very interesting. So tokenized stocks over here, as well as normal trading. Okay, but I'm gonna be trading this over here. One thing that I did notice. Oh, guys, if you also want to learn, there's demo accounts here. Where's the demo account? There. You can click there and also practice, which is cool. I'm never going to say high leverage and all this type of thing. I do want to clarify, though, that BTC has 500x leverage. Right? Now, again, that is crazy if you put a bunch of important money to you and you just free flow it. But if you learn a skill, that's crazy. Right, that's crazy. So that is one thing that Bybit don't have and any of the other exchanges don't have, right? So again, link below to BTC. Let me show you guys over here. There we go. Okay, now guys, I will speak about our sponsors and our partners, right, in streams because I'm proud of them and I believe that these are tools that can get you to the level, right? These are tools for your journey to succeed, right? And that's the thing. You just choose what you like. Have a great day. Love you lots. See you tomorrow. See you later. Bye-bye.